Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Alexander Isak to get Liverpool green light on two conditions as last-minute transfer off. Liverpool has been told that, in order to sign top target Alexander Isak, they will have to table a mega money bid and wait for Newcastle United to sign someone else. The Reds are less than a week away from beginning their Premier League title defense, as Bournemouth makes the trip to Anfield on Friday. With the 2025-26 season almost underway, fans will be looking forward to seeing Arne Slot's squad in action domestically, but some may be disappointed that Isak hasn't been unveiled as a new Liverpool player in time for the league campaign to begin. British publisher The Telegraph reports that the Reds could still secure Isak's signature, provided two conditions are met. The first is that Newcastle secure two elite forwards to replace Isak, and the second is that Liverpool table a $150 million offer, which translates to roughly 202 million. However, the report suggests that both scenarios are unlikely to materialize at this point. The Reds have already added 7 new faces to their squad this summer, spending over $336 million to procure some of Europe's finest talents. Isak was once a major target for Slot, with an initial bid of over $134 million being rejected by the Magpies as they had been battling Manchester United for Benjamin Sesko's signature. However, Ruben Amorim won that battle and completed Sesko's transfer earlier this month, meaning Howe will have to look elsewhere for a potential new striker. With Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike both signing this summer to add to Liverpool's front line, it has been plain to see that the Reds are looking to add more threat up front, but their preparations for the upcoming season were hampered by defeat in the Community Shield on Sunday. Liverpool were held to a 2-2 tie by Crystal Palace at Wembley Stadium, eventually losing 3-2 in a penalty shootout. Despite taking the lead twice through new signings Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong, Palace struck back twice to bring the game level and send it to a penalty shootout. While Alisson and Dean Henderson were both on top form in goal, it was the latter who took home the trophy as Mohamed Salah, Harvey Elliott, and Alexis Mac Allister all missed for the Reds. That cup loss may push Slot to add even more to his growing squad at Anfield, with reported interest in Brentford forward Yoane Wissa materializing. As of late, Wissa has been the subject of intense speculation about a potential departure from the Bees, with many expecting him to join Newcastle if he were to exit the G-Tech Community Stadium. Sky Sports has reported that Liverpool expressed late interest in securing Wissa's signature, likely due to them missing out on Isak for now. Despite this newfound interest from the Reds, it appears Wissa won't be heading to Anfield and is set to sign for Newcastle instead. However, this could add to the growing rumors that Isak will eventually end up joining the Reds this summer, as Newcastle continues its bid to find a replacement for the Swede in their number 9 position. Across 3 seasons, Isak has scored 62 goals and assisted 11 times for the Magpies, winning the Carabao Cup against his potential future club Liverpool last season. His prolific goal scoring has attracted interest from many potential suitors, but the Reds will be hoping they get their hands on him soon, as he will only add to their talented roster for the future. Liverpool begin the Premier League season on Friday at Anfield, where they will face AFC Bournemouth. Second news. Virgil van Dijk made it very clear what Liverpool dressing room thinks of Alexander Isak. Virgil van Dijk's pre-Carabao Cup final comments indicate that red-hot Newcastle talisman Alexander Isak is revered by the Liverpool squad. The Reds submitted an opening $110 million offer for Isak this summer, but a move has since stalled. Despite spending almost $300 million on the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Hugo Ekitike, and potential British record transfer Florian Wirtz, Arne Slot's side are still eyeing up a blockbuster move for the Magpies' star Swedish striker. The club tabled a $110 million bid earlier this month, which was swiftly rejected, and have not returned with a follow-up. Reports suggest Newcastle have informed their player he is not for sale this summer and will not head to Anfield, though not all hope is lost. Nevertheless, Isak knows exactly how Liverpool's squad feels about him after the club's captain made a glowing admission before March's Carabao Cup final between the Reds and Newcastle. Asked about facing Newcastle in the final, Van Dijk did not hold back when praising striker Isak, an indicator of just how highly he is rated by players on Merseyside. Obviously, they have a striker that is in red-hot form at the moment, Van Dijk told CBS Sports with a chuckle in February. So when the time is there, we have to be ready. With Liverpool's pursuit of Isak hitting a snag, manager Slot was asked whether the departed Darwin Núñez, who has joined Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal, would be replaced by the 25-year-old, and he remained tight-lipped in his response. As you know from me, and I think every manager works like this, you never talk about players that are not yours, Slot told reporters before their Community Shield defeat to Crystal Palace. So I can talk to you about Hugo Ekitike, who we've signed recently and has done really well until now. We are very happy with the squad we have. There's every reason to be happy about that, because we won the league last season. Okay, players. Left, but we've brought players in as well, and youngsters are doing good. Slot also touched on the club's current range of attacking talent, which was on full display at Wembley against the Eagles, with new recruits Ekitike and Frimpong finding the back of the net. The Dutch manager refused to rule out his side returning to the transfer market, however, but did admit that his current arsenal is already impressive. We already have a lot of attacking power in our team, Slot continued. I think about Cody Gakpo, Federico Chiesa, Hugo Ekitike, and Mo Salah. We brought in Jeremy Frimpong because we think he can play as a right fullback. But I also think and feel he can play as a right winger, Florian Wirtz, who can play as a left winger. I already feel I have a lot of attacking options in my current squad, but as always, as a club, we are always looking at the chances in the market, but that can also be in the midfield or in the last line. Third news. Liverpool transfer news. Arne Slot drops hint as Reds to reignite talks for priority signing. With just 3 weeks left of the transfer window, Liverpool still seemingly have a bit of work to do. Despite their Premier League triumph, the Reds have seen a significant reshuffle and have been incredibly active in the summer market, spending over $300 million on 4 major names. Hugo Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong found the back of the net against Crystal Palace at Wembley, but Liverpool fell short of lifting their first silverware of the season in the Community Shield, losing to the Eagles in a penalty shootout. Liverpool's fresh faces are still finding their feet, with Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez also being integrated into Slot's side for the upcoming season. Yet, chatter about a potential swoop for Newcastle's talisman, Alexander Isak, continues. There are more exits on the horizon, too. Darwin Núñez's departure seems imminent, while the future of Harvey Elliott remains up in the air. Arne Slot drops. Transfer hint. Kostas Tsimikas was always going to struggle to break into Arne Slot's plans after the signing of Milos Kerkez, and this was evident in the Dutchman's team selection on Sunday. While Kerkez started the match and Andy Robertson was brought off the bench, Greek international Tsimikas didn't make the squad at all. Tsimikas, after 5 years as Robertson's backup at Anfield, is finding it tough to secure a spot in the Liverpool squad. The 29-year-old's future seems set to be elsewhere, with Leeds United and Nottingham Forest reportedly showing interest. Liverpool to reignite talks. The Reds are looking to restart negotiations for Crystal Palace star Mark Guehi following the Community Shield. With just 1 year left on his contract, Guehi shone as the Eagles triumphed over Liverpool at Wembley. The Mail suggests that the Merseyside club are poised to enter discussions for the defender's signature, with the England international still valued at $45 million by Palace. Slot needs to bolster his defense, having only Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and Joe Gomez available in central defense. Liverpool's defensive frailties were laid bare by the Eagles' powerful and direct front line. Another hijack? Liverpool are rumored to be considering disrupting another Newcastle transfer this summer. Amid their interest in Alexander Isak, the Reds made a move for MapG's target Hugo Ekitike after being initially rebuffed. Sky Sports suggest there was also some last-minute interest in another Newcastle target, Yoane Wissa. The Brentford forward has been angling for a move up north. However, it appears that interest from Anfield won't materialize into anything, with a move to Newcastle seemingly underway. Liverpool boost as Parish hints at Guehi sale with formal offer from Reds incoming. Liverpool have received a transfer boost after Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish hinted that Mark Guehi could be sold this summer. The Reds have been active in the transfer market this summer after the Liverpool board put their full weight behind Arne Slot, who delivered the Premier League title in his first season at Anfield. New signings, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, and Hugo Ekitike were all on display as Liverpool lost the Community Shield final on Sunday to Crystal Palace on penalties. Jean-Philippe Mateta scored a penalty to cancel out. Ekitike's brilliant opener for the Reds before Frimpong's cross from the right went straight into the net to give Liverpool a 2-1 halftime lead. Ismaila Sarr scored 13 minutes from time to take the match to penalties, and Crystal Palace won. The shootout 3-2 with Mohamed Salah, Alexis Mac Allister, and Harvey Elliott all missing their spot kicks. But Liverpool could still sign one of Crystal Palace's star players this summer, with the Eagles' chairman Parish admitting that Guehi could be sold unless he signs a new contract. Parish said, "We'd have to do that, of course. For players of that caliber to leave on a free, it's a problem for us, unfortunately. Joachim Andersen went to Fulham last summer, and we couldn't afford to lose both. We then had another bid for Guehi in January, but that was a different situation. We'll just have to see what happens. But you know, it needs a new contract or a conclusion of some kind." Palace manager Oliver Glasner has been critical of the club's summer transfer activity, and Parish added, "It's difficult. We have an outstanding 15 or 16 players. Trying to get that level of quality in is hard. The prices, at the end of the day, were Crystal Palace. The money at every football club is finite at some point. We will do what we can, try and help where we can. We all want to be better at football, and we will try and do what we can." A report on Sunday claimed that Liverpool are set to reignite talks over Guehi, with the Reds in the market for a new centre-back after Jarell Quansah's move to Bayer Leverkusen left them with just 3 senior options in that position. And Spanish website Fichajes claims that Liverpool could submit a formal offer in the coming days for Guehi, with Crystal Palace still looking for a fee of around 45 million to sell. Chelsea plan audacious 43 million offer for world-class. Liverpool defender after Levi Colwill injury. Ambitious reports in Spain claim Chelsea are planning to make a massive offer for a star Liverpool defender as manager Enzo Maresca looks to bring in a centre-back following the injury to Levi Colwill. And with the player's stance on potentially leaving Anfield for Stamford Bridge also coming to light, Liverpool and Chelsea are 2 of the biggest clubs in England, and both have been very active in the summer transfer window. While Liverpool, who won the Premier League title last season, have made 7 major signings, including Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong, Chelsea have brought in João Pedro, Jamie Gittins, and Liam Delap, among 8 new arrivals. Chelsea are also in talks to sign Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig and Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United, as the Blues plan to build on their Conference League and 2025 FIFA Club World Cup success to mount a challenge to win the Premier League title this season. Signing a new centre-back before the close of the summer transfer window was not a priority. But Colwill's serious knee injury appears to have forced Chelsea into a rethink. Chelsea manager Maresca has publicly said that replacing Colwill is a priority, and it has now been sensationally claimed in the Spanish media that last season's Conference League winners are planning a raid on Liverpool for Ibrahima Konate. According to Defensa Central, Chelsea are preparing an offer of 50 million, 43.3 minors, 58.2, to test Liverpool's resolve to keep the France international centre-back, who now has just 11 months remaining on his deal. The Real Madrid-centric news outlet has reported that $50 million, 43.3, 58.22, is what Liverpool want for Konate, a claim that respected Spanish publication AS made on July 15th. The report has noted Madrid's interest in the 26-year-old, who was described as world-class by Aston Villa and England international striker Ollie Watkins on Villa's YouTube channel in February 2025. Liverpool have been in talks with Konate over a new deal for months, but there is no agreement in place yet. Konate has been at Liverpool since 2021 and has won the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the EFL-CP twice with the Reds. Liverpool will not sell Ibrahima Konate to Chelsea. Defensa Central has noted in the report that Liverpool are refusing to let Konate leave for Chelsea this summer. The Premier League champions are not keen on strengthening Chelsea, who are their direct rivals. The Blues won the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup this summer and will challenge for the Premier League title in the 2025-26 campaign. The Spanish news outlet has added that Konate himself is leaning towards a move to Madrid. While Defensa Central's report about a potential offer from Chelsea for Konate has to be taken with a pinch of salt, this is not the first time that the Blues have looked at the Frenchman. TBR journalist Graham Bailey reported in March that Chelsea had inquired about Konate and made his representatives aware that they hold an interest in signing him. Konate is one of the first names on the Liverpool team sheet, and manager Arne Slot would not want to lose him now, especially to Chelsea. There have also been positive reports in recent weeks regarding Liverpool's quest to convince Konate to sign a new deal and not leave for Madrid on a free transfer next summer. Journalist David Lynch has revealed that Konate's priority is to sign a new contract with Liverpool, even though the defender is aware that Madrid are keen on him. Lynch said on Sports Mole's YouTube channel, "Real Madrid are clearly interested, aren't they? There is no question about that. But speaking to people close to Konate, I still get the feeling that his priority is to renew with Liverpool, and there are talks there, but it is kind of stuck at the moment. I don't think it has reached the point of no return, and the player has definitely decided he wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't get that feeling at all. That's not to say that it won't end in that way, because that possibility is 100% on the table, but we are still in the moment where there is hope there will be a breakthrough. The player is not desperate to get out of Liverpool or desperate to go to Real Madrid. It's not that kind of situation just yet, but they will have to put a contract on the table that is attractive to the player, and as of yet, that hasn't happened." Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.